Hey Pisces, this is your reading for your horoscope season this year. It runs from February 19th until March 20th. So the energy between those days while you're in season is going to be the basis of this reading. So I'm going to have 3 rows that we're going to talk about. The first is the Magician, which is the power that you have to change your outside world. We're going to look at the Wheel of Fortune energy, which is what's happening all around you that you can't control. And finally, we're going to look at the Death card, which is transition. What's going to be changing during this time? So if you want to watch the shuffling of the cards, stay tuned. Otherwise, the timestamp is in the comments. And if you like this table, feel free to check out the video that I made on my other channel where I painted this all by myself to make a wonderful background for this channel. Alright, so first, these are my Moon Magic cards. I got them from Five Below. It was $5 for these. And let's see, one for each pile. So I feel like that's Magician energy, Wheel of Fortune energy, and where's your transition for death, okay? This deck is cards that I made myself. Okay, with advice from Spirit on what to do about certain situations or how you should feel or how they're helping behind the scenes. This is the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland. And I am a huge fan of these cards. They're straight to the point, but they have all the important information that we need to hear. Alright, so what is death? Alright, lots of cards coming out for you guys. And last but not least, I have this Make Yourself a Priority deck that I also got from Five Below. And it's just a little bit of advice of something you should do to help yourself move forward in these areas. Some advice. So I highly recommend writing down the important parts, and anytime that you listen to a reading, writing down the important parts so that you can reread and remember. Alright, our minds are so busy with all the other things we have to worry about. We don't always have time. We don't always have, not just time, but we don't always have energy to remember absolutely everything. And sometimes the messages are important for you to hear now, but then when you're actually going through the situation, you forget. So I always find that by writing down, it helps. Okay, so this side is the Magician energy. So this Pisces season, what are you going to be able to create and put your energy toward? This middle one is the Wheel of Fortune. So life happening around you, things that you can't control. What's the outside world going to be doing? And this third pile is where are you going to be transitioning? What is going to be changing for you? So let's first put all these cards up here. Okay, the Magician. In the Magician position, you have the Moon in Scorpio. Negative attitudes and fiery arguments are possible at this time. Channel your energy into positive physical activities like decorating or gardening. Okay, so it seems like you are on your last straw. Maybe things just haven't been working out for you as long as you can remember, or something that you're trying to work on just has not been coming to fruition and you're getting frustrated. This card is reminding you that you are in control of your actions. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, what's going to be happening around you is put aside emotional concerns and focus on achieving or increasing financial security. Okay, so other people are going to be having reactions or actions around you, and what you can do is shift your focus to focusing on what you can do, what is working out in the physical world. Okay, if you are going to get caught up in this negative energy during this season, it seems like you're going to get stuck. But so far, these cards are saying that the energy you have and the energy you don't have is dependent on your perception of energy, if it's going to be negative or positive. Oh, wow. And the Death for transformation or transition. Okay, it says remain sensitive to others to avoid confrontation. So for sure, the energy of the Pisces season is learning how to get in control of your energy. Okay, I'm noticing all of these signs. These two have horns, and this one has armor. Okay, you may have been feeling this fighting energy, this standing up for yourself, never backing down. Okay, that's important. But also, you, like it says here, remain sensitive, have some compassion towards others, decide what really is important for you to worry about and what's not. And with working with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, you start to learn like what is your control and what is out of your control. And sometimes it's best to just pause and wait for something better to come along. Okay, so this is very interesting energy here, but it makes perfect sense. So let's see what the universe has to say here. Okay, it's almost time. Results are just around the corner. And it is time to meditate and call back your energy. Okay, very important here. Okay, this is what you have control of here. The first side here is what you can control, what you are manifesting, what results from the actions that you're taking. Okay, here it's saying to be patient. It's almost time, results are around the corner, and it's time to meditate and call back your energy. So what you need to do is be preparing for this change that's going to be happening. And you have the ability to prepare yourself. Okay, and you get two cards that have the word time in here. So I'm definitely going to say that perfect timing has something to do with what's going on. And it could be that's what you're frustrated about, is the perfect timing is not showing itself. But I assure you it's coming. Okay, because of this change here. All right, now we're going to look at the Wheel of Fortune section here. Okay, so what you don't have control over, what's happening around you, okay? crystals are more than just pretty rocks. And also, you create the results by what you do and don't do. Okay, so if you're working with crystals right now, or you just got something that has crystals on it, or you're learning about crystals or chakra or energy healing, because crystals are all about energy healing and energy transmutation. So what's happening around you is that things are going to be going on. Things have their own energy without you there. Everything has energy. And what you can be doing is focusing on keeping yourself in check while all this other energy is happening around you. Okay, you create the results by what you do and don't do. And this has to do with reacting to others. If someone does something that's distasteful and you notice that everyone else around is kind of looking at that person like, okay, you can just either say nothing and create the results of that person still being more confused on what happened. You can react in a really negative way by yelling or accusing or something, and they will probably come back at you with the same energy. Or you can go up to them and try to be really understanding and compassionate and explain to them how they look on the outside. So you create the results by what you do and don't do. All right. So what this is saying is you do, even though this is in the Wheel of Fortune, this is what's happening all around you, based on your emotional reaction to things, you can control the outside world, or you can at least control how you act, how you're perceived in the outside world. So let's see what death, transition, change, the cycle of life. Let's see what that has in store for you here, okay? Tears are just a feeling being fully expressed. Work with us and do not ignore our messages, even if you fear retaliation. Okay, so what this is saying is you need to cry it out. You need to focus on what emotions have been stuck, really stuck. And I'm assuming the emotions are the things that has been keeping you frustrated and stressed out so far. Okay, focus on those. If you need to cry, cry it out. Even if you don't know what you're crying about, that energy needs to be released. You need to stop stuffing it in. And the universe here is saying, work with us. Do not ignore our messages, even if you fear retaliation, because they want you to keep going, to keep progressing, to push past your limits so that you can truly see the truth. Okay, that I guess there's a truth to this situation that you're not seeing. And this could be why you need to remain sensitive to others, compassionate to others. And also, if the universe wants you to take this big step about putting yourself out there in a certain way, do not be afraid of it. Okay, the universe says, work with us and do not ignore our messages. Spirit can see all ways, all ways, all ways. So if you are asking a question like, hey, give me a solution, give me an answer to this, you may just be ignoring it out of fear. And that's what's stressing you out. So continue to work with your spirit guides. Okay. So I'm going to put these cards here. Now let's see what the moon cards have to say for your magician position. Okay, we have step out of your comfort zone. Okay, so that has to do with this transition that you're going to be experiencing during this time. And under the magician position, that means that you have the ability to control this situation by stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay, show the world the real you. And you're very close to achieving your goal. So we did get that again right here. It's almost time. Results are just around the corner. Okay, in line with the magician. So it seems like you've been doing a lot of action. And maybe the thing that you've been afraid of doing is showing the world the real you, stepping out of your comfort zone. I mean, it's pretty obvious here that this Pisces season, you need to be stepping out of your comfort zone and showing the world who you truly are, and to listen to your spirit guides about what you need to be doing. Okay, stop ignoring that, because the ignoring part is what's causing you this frustration. I can see it. It's written all over this reading. Okay, let's see what we got for the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay, don't let the past hold you back. That's extremely important, because if you let the way that things have happened before rule what actions you take and don't take, you're always going to be stuck. Okay, you never know what's going to happen again. But just make sure you're not repeating the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different result. Make sure that you are changing one thing at a time and seeing how the life happening around you reacts to it. Okay, this pile here is about life happening around you. You can't always control that. But what you can control is not letting the past hold you back. Okay, adjustments are required. That is what I said. You got to try new things. Don't just keep doing the same thing. All right, and work through your fears. Wow, this is just confirmations about what I've already been saying here, and that's wonderful, because that means that it's easy to remember what you need to be doing during this season here. Okay. Over here, it's saying show what you can do. What you are manifesting here is this goal that you've had, and you're stepping out into the world and showing the world. And here, what you're doing, like what the world is seeing you do, is working through your fears, adjusting things, and you're no longer letting what happened in the past determine your future outcome. Okay? And I'm seeing this as an imaginary wall that you just have to peek over, okay, and then start breaking it down. So with the Death card, this transition that you're going to be going through here, okay, they're saying meditate and contemplate. Very important. Okay. Don't let pride get in your way. And your emotions are running high. Very true. So anytime that we go through a transition, you're probably going to experience a moment where you are afraid of moving forward because you don't want people to look at you differently. But the truth is, if you want to be accepted for who you are, you have to change the way that people are looking at you. Okay, and that's where this don't let your past hold you back is coming in. People probably have seen you in a certain light that may not be tasteful. It may be a wounded person that you used to be, and you're like, okay, I'm better now, but how do I tell people that? Okay, this is that transition you're going to be going through. Okay, tears are just a feeling being fully expressed. All right, and the best time to express your energy and your feelings is when you're meditating, when you're alone. Okay, when you are in solitude, so that other people are not, you're not afraid of other people judging you. Okay, and I'm getting the message to write about it, because when you go back and reread it, you may have some new perspective about what's happening here. Okay. So, and they want me to say one more thing. Write out the feeling that you're feeling. Don't just focus on who's right and who's wrong and who did you wrong and whatever. Okay, focus on what is the feeling that you're feeling. So now let's do this last card, and I will have a little bit more substance to complete this reading here. So what you can do, okay, do some simple stretching for 5 minutes. All right, this is how you can bring your energy back to center. Get back in your body when you're outside of things, like when you're really frustrated and freaking out and you don't know what to do. Stretching for 5 minutes. I mean, it's such a small amount of time, but it really changes your body. The energy in your body changes when you change your actions. Okay, when you get into a stretching mode, it's not a competition. It's not about how well you could stretch in the past and how well you can stretch now. It's about where you are now and what you can do with what you are at. And that is the magician right there. Focusing on what you can do with what you have right now. The Wheel of Fortune here says take 3 slow, deep breaths, in for 4 and out for 6. And I'm getting the message that this is great to do with the meditating, the contemplating, the stretching, the relaxing. But also, this is a way that you can react to the outside world to keep you more calm. Okay, I'm looking at this card here. You create the results by what you do and don't do. And this one, put aside emotional concerns, okay, and focus on what you're achieving. All right, so when you get caught up in some emotional concern that you have no control over, maybe someone else's opinion, and it just lights your fire, okay, take 3 slow, deep breaths in for 4 seconds and out for 6. So what you're doing is you're focusing on something, on your energy, rather than this other thing. And do this as long as you need to. And, if you don't have to do it for exactly 4 or 6, but the point is to focus on your breath. Okay? Focus on that to calm you down. All right, and with the transition death card, we have do one thing at a time. All right, that is so important. Okay, when you're going through a healing cycle, you can't just figure it all out at once and heal and be done. That's why it's so important to journal, because you can go back and look at the way you used to see the world and how you do now, and it helps you to feel like you've actually changed. Okay, so a lot of this is an internal, like, gaining control of yourself. Okay, you are learning how to gain control of your life again. You are looking at things this season from a new perspective, not based on anybody else's opinion, but based on this person that you've become. You are choosing to hold space for other people. You are choosing to put yourself out there, put your best foot forward, but also not let anyone step on that foot. Okay, if somebody steps on that shoe and dirties it up, you just go grab your magic eraser and clean it off with no meanness or negativity. You just say, I know who I am. I know I look good in this outfit, and you need to go stay in your own lane. You need to worry about yourself, just like I'm doing. Okay, people are going to see what you're doing. Some might be jealous. Okay, hopefully they keep to themselves. But some are also going to be intrigued, and they're going to want to see what you've done. Where is this transition coming from? How did this person turn out this way? What is going on? Okay, and overall, the universe want me to pull one more card here for you, and for this overall message of what's happening, for what the energy is for this Pisces season, for this Pisces, the energy, okay? Saying, put more fun into your life. What do you love to do? And when you follow the things that you love to do, you definitely have more motivation to keep moving forward. And you're not going to get so stuck in this negativity. If you remember here, every single one of these main cards here, these first cards that we pulled out, it has emotional confrontation, negative attitude, fiery arguments. Okay, and it's saying here, even in this one, to focus on something like decorating or gardening. Okay, put more fun into your life. What do you love to do? And definitely changing the way that you react to things, changing the way that you think of things, living a compassionate life. Okay, the only time people pull one over on you is when you lose control and you react and you have a bad day. Okay, some people will literally prod at you just because they want to have a reaction, just because they are so deep down dark in their own lives that they don't realize what is their effect on the world. But you are here listening to this reading, you're past that. You're in this transition of, I am in control of myself and I'm going to be that person who is in control. No matter what's happening in the world around me, I can bend, but I will not break. I will continue to work through my fears, make adjustments, and I will never let the past hold me back again. And when I do, I will, this is what I'm looking for here. I will create the results by what I do and don't do based on the reaction that I have. And the last message I'm getting here is that you need to be looking into crystal healing, if not crystals, chakra healing, color healing. Okay, maybe they're telling me about looking at the color of clothes that you're wearing today. Okay, what vibrations are you in right now? Okay, look into that, because here I'm seeing a lot of blues and greens and purples, but this Aries is like bright red. I mean, all the other cards aren't that bright. So this could be the most important piece of the puzzle here. Okay, remaining sensitive to others to avoid confrontation. Okay, if you need to talk to somebody about something serious, consider what way you need to come at them. Okay, how can you come at them from a loving, compassionate, understanding way rather than fighting fire with fire? All right. Thank you for watching this video about the Pisces season. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This energy is good for February 19th up until March 20th. So thank you guys again. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel and like this video, because I really want this information to get out there. And with the YouTube algorithm, that's the only way that my videos get seen, is with your engagement. So let me know if this resonates with you, and love and light.